I'm a little on edge today. Why, you ask? Did you ask? I don't really care if you asked. I'm about to go on a rant. Not really. I'm just going to describe a little thing that happened this morning. Pam and I went to breakfast at an establishment we will not name because I don't want, their patrons coming after me. Even though I'm pretty sure I could beat most of them up. Actually, all of them. Yeah, I think all of them. So, not at once. I'm not, not fooling myself. Anyway, let's get this back on. Well, it's not really on track. We're starting off the tracks. So, I paid the options for pancakes. Pam wanted to get pancakes to go, which is a new thing for me. The option was a half stack for $17 or a full stack for $21. And I don't understand, something. The math ain't mathing. If it's just $4 more to get double, why was it 17 to begin with? What's really going on here? What kind of flour are you using? What happened? They were good, but they weren't that good. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, are we in New York City? Is this what it's like? I don't know. God, if somebody doing that every week, $21 for pancakes? Anyway, it wasn't really a rant. It was just more like, what is happening? The math, I don't get the math. The deal is there. Oh, for just $4 more, I get twice as much? Awesome. But why didn't it start at $8 and go to $12? Anyway, that's what I get for doing eating out for breakfast. I'm very much have I introduced? I have not. I'm very much a make breakfast at home guy, because breakfast, I never want to get the pancakes because I'm always kind of guilting myself into getting the protein and the blah, blah, blah. And so to me, and then just the cost of it all, and then you gotta I gotta brush my teeth before I eat breakfast, and it's just the whole thing. So anyway, not a fan of breakfast out, in case you're wondering. So this is Top and Bottom Talk. Tonight is, I wanted to do a third, but we won't. This is a listening party edition. We're going to go 1998. 1997 was very impressive. 98 also impressive. 97 kind of kickstarted something, and then we started seeing just more diverse music come through, and I just started going through all the old years and messed myself up. So let's get back on track. I will tell you two things. Number one, I resist freestyle rapping a lot during these podcasts, and I'm going to continue trying to resist that, but it might just come out sometimes. Number two, I listened back to my 97 podcast, and I'm sure I've done it on others, but man, did I clear my throat a lot. So I'm going to try not to do that because it's super annoying. All right, Pam is taking a shower. I'm going to just see if I can knock out a quick 1998 music pod. Bring it home, Brooke. Sophie is staring me down, and I can't be a good sign. All right, so the year is 1998. It's fall. We're going to start number 15, and that artist is Gomez, a British artist, and the album is Bring It On, which is, I believe, their debut album. This bad boy was tough to find. I think this was looking everywhere, trying to find it. I remember seeing the lead single, which was Get Myself Arrested. I absolutely loved it. This band is very different. They're kind of I would say there's an old sounding band, but music made in a modern times. Well, 1998. This one really I don't know, I was a really huge fan of it. Like, they've got like a really soulful sound. It definitely sounds like a full band because you hear all kinds of instruments playing. They got a little like electronic tinge later on in their career, which I don't think suited them too well. But Get Myself Arrested was one of my favorite. I think I saw maybe the music video on MTV2. I saw 120 minutes, or there was something where I saw it. Oh my God, MTV2. I forgot that was a thing. MTV2, I believe, just played music videos, which MTV just went away. MTV2. This is not worth it. We're getting off track. Okay. 1998, Gomez. Anyway, love the album. Favorite songs, I've got Get Miles, Make No Sound, Do You Want a Lady? Oh, yeah. You want to know what they sound like? He's got a really soulful voice. So if you like classic soulful music, this is a good one to put on. I did the Tijuana Lady thing. Let me see. She's fine. No, that sounded awful. Don't make no sound. She's fine. Okay, moving on. Number 14 is the Jon Spencer Blues Explosion. This band, I just love. I really like 2 albums of theirs, and I haven't listened to most of the others. This one is Acme. It came out after Now I Got Worry, which is when I discovered them. Jon Spencer Blues Explosion, he kind of acts like Elvis, and he looks like some actor. I can't remember which one. But he's just so cool. It's 3 dudes, and they've been making music for a while. I can't remember who Jon Spencer looks like, but he's kind of just an awesome looking dude. He wears like all black. The band has moxie. Lots and lots of moxie. This one felt like a departure from their normal stuff. So this felt like a big album. Again, like you started seeing electronic tinges kind of I keep saying tinges. Electronic music kind of creep into band sounds. You know, they were trying to be more modern. I had standout tracks were Calvin, which I can't remember how that goes. Do You Want to Get Heavy was a great one. Do you want to get heavy? Talk About the Blues. I Want to Make It All Right. Lovin' Machine. Attack is just an all-out, literally, perfect name for that song. And then Right Place, Wrong Time is a good one, which I believe was in a soundtrack for a movie. Maybe Scream 2? God, if I'm right, hot diggity doggity. So yeah, Jon Spencer, they're bluesy. Bluesy mixed with like rock and roll, mixed with like just stank. Got some stank on it. All right. And it's just a really fun album. I do remember playing this in high school. I worked at Pizza Hut. I think my friend Dane Four loved this album. Well, I shouldn't say love, but he enjoyed it. He was a blues fan. And number 13, Pearl Jam. The album is Yield. I think this is the penultimate, one might say. The album the second to last album before they kind of started their downward trend. It was kind of already starting there, but Yield still has a lot of good songs on it. I've got Given to Fly, which is a fun one. Do the Evolution was awesome. Love that one for a long time. Didn't mean for that to sound how it sounded. Low Light, In Hiding, All Those Yesterdays is a really fun song. All those yesterdays. But yeah, still a really good Pearl Jam album. The one after this, Binaural, I think is probably their last good one. And then there was one after that was like, all right, but I'm going to listen, but I'm not loving it. Number 12, I have Smashing Pumpkins, Adore. This one is fun. This one, there's one song, it was a single, Ava Adore, that doesn't quite belong, but this also has, this is the one after Melancholy and Infinite Sadness, so like, everyone was just kind of waiting. They almost pulled a Radiohead in a way, where it was like they just made this grandiose mega album, double album, and then they follow up with actually another really long album, but just a different sound. They went a little goth on this one. But I would say one of the more underrated. This is a very good underrated year. Not yet, but we'll get to some things where I'm like, this one's criminally underrated. So, favorite songs I have: Tashila, Avadur was a big single. Perfect was also a single. That was a nice one. Daphne Descends. It's either Tear or Tear. I'm going to go with Tear. Pug. Annie Dog, I absolutely love. I would say Adore, but I don't want to make anyone sick. Shame, which goes shame. And then for Martha, I don't remember how that one goes. But Annie Dog, should I look up the lyrics? Because when I say I love singing this one, there's certain songs that I just enjoy way too much. Where's the... I don't remember these lyrics. And by the now... Oh, that's how it went. Amphetamine, Annie Dog has a leash and a face. It is just an absolute treat to sing. It just, man, sometimes it's like you've got a little, how do I want to put this? It's like you made, I don't really know how I want to put this. It's like you made a delicious graham cracker crust, and it's almost like you could fill it with any filling you want. Blueberries, strawberries. I mean, put in some booze. Is boozeberry a thing? No, I don't think it is. You can put in peaches. I mean, I like peaches, but whatever. You know, I was craving peaches the other day, and I go to BJ's for the bulk items, and I was looking, their fruit just sucks. They wanted $5. This is just me complaining about food prices. They wanted $5 for the amount of watermelon I could eat in one sitting, and I just said, not today, Satan. Anyway, that album is very good. Good late night album. Be interesting to see if I put it in that category. I did not. I'm going to add it. Smashing Pumps. I'm literally typing that. Okay. Number 11, Bedhead is the band. Album is Transactions de Novo. So this is a bilingual podcast. Favorite songs, I put Exhume and More Than Ever. More Than Ever I can remember. The rest of them just kind of blend in. I don't mean that in a bad way. I think I just heard a weird sound from Sophie. Okay, we're just going to ignore it. I don't know what she's doing. She's creeping around. Anyway, this band, I've said it a few times. Let's just make sure I'm right. Bedhead band. I believe it's the Cadane brothers. And okay. I'm right. They eventually became... I should read their Wikipedia sometime, because I love these dudes. They eventually became one of my favorite bands the new year, and I am so just obsessed with the sounds they make with their guitars. I'm looking. Oh, they formed Interesting. I need to listen to this. Okay. Oh, boy. All right. There's a band called Overseas. This is just for me to remember later. With David Bazan of Pedro the Lion and Will Johnson of Centromatic. I think I'd listen to this. I should have been more... Anyway, okay. This is a day to get off track. So, yes, as I was saying, I enjoy this album. I don't like it when they get loud. This band is just absolutely perfect when they're nice and quiet. I like my Bedhead albums like I like my women. All right. Number 10, I have, and I don't know if it's correct. It's either the first or the second REM album I spoiled it, that I've ever bought. But it's REM. The album is Up. And I will freely admit I like this album way too much. Just, it's not critically acclaimed. I don't even know where it ranks in their, if you were to rank all their albums. I'm sure most critics would put this at like 10th. But I tell you what, it's just an enjoy. I put it on and I'm just, I'm kind of like transported back to 1998. I just remember putting this on and just listening to it. And the first song, Airport Man, is this like 6-minute, I'm going to say dirge. I don't know why I'm going to say dirge, but dirge. It's I'm going to look up what that word means. It's like a dirge into dirge. Let's look it up. Let's learn together. Somebody's going to learn today. Dirge meaning. Oh, that was not at all what I thought. A mournful song. Huh. Okay. Interesting. So, definitely some dirges on this. Dirge. Airport Man. It's like 6 minutes of just, it's almost like what is that yoga people do? Anyway, it's a thing. Mantra. It's like there's a mantra. It's like, great opportunity. And if somebody said it's the lamest thing they've ever heard, I would have no argument. I'd be like, yeah, it kind of is. But I also kind of love it. It's just very soothing and relaxing. Suspicion is probably my favorite on the album. It is, I just love every second of it. At My Most Beautiful was maybe a single. If not, it should have. I remember thinking this should be a single. Really pretty album. And song. And I do remember something about him leaving something on the answering machine. So this would not would not age well. At least lyrically. At least that song. Good Lord. And, but I just really like the album. Sad Professor is a fun one. You're in the Air is a fun one that I used to sing. Now I'm upside down, you're in the air, you're in the air. Anyway, Walk Unafraid is, I think, on my workout mix. It's got a bit of like poke out your chest. Day Sleeper, Why Not Smile. I think Parakeet's really good. The whole album is just top to bottom good. Love it. I recommend it. It's not, and here's where things get like this. The late 90s, early 2000s were my sweet spot. All right, number 9. The band is Pulp. The album is This Is Hardcore. I do remember bringing this album into high school for some reason. I don't remember why. I absolutely love this one. Oh, I already put it in that category. Okay. Favorite songs, I've got The Fear, Dishes, Help the Aged. This Is Hardcore is the title track, and it is awesome. The music video is awesome. A Little Soul is an awesome little song. And Sylvia is a poppy song. So Pulp got, I would say, like, probably their most popular with the album before this, because it had whatever that anthem is. Common People was just a humongous song. Pulp's been around for a long time. I think around since like the 80s, maybe the 70s. It's one of those, like, they were Britpop, but they've just put their time in. And this is my favorite album of theirs. I just absolutely love it. Like, it's one that I probably like more than I should, which is definitely the theme. I shouldn't say more than I should, but like more than the critics would, jump on it. So, if you like, I can't even say Britpop. It's more like, and I'm not really a huge David Bowie guy. I do enjoy his music, but there's only one album of his that I really got into, and more because I just haven't given the other ones a chance. A big Ziggy Stardust fan. All right. Number 8 is Black Star. The album is, I think, Mos Def and Talib Kweli are Black Star. And I love this album. I was a little shocked it was here at number 8, but this is one that I considered putting in my top 100, and it didn't make the cut. But this album is it's mostly perfect. Definition, Redefinition, great songs. Brown Skin Lady is an awesome song. Brown Skin Lady, where you going? Hater Players is an awesome, like, that one was probably the one that I would put when I was driving around and I was arriving somewhere, windows down, put on Hater Players and just let them know what's up. And then Respiration is a good one as well. Just an awesome album. And Mos Def is my favorite hip hopper. And obviously he's one half of this, and Talib Kweli, who I really liked. And then my friend Dane is the one who told me, like, well, if you like him in Black Star, why don't you listen to his solo album? And I did, and I loved it. So shout out to Dane for that. All right. Number 7 is Sunny Day Real Estate. The album is How It Feels to Be Something On, which is just a confusing title. But I've talked about this one, and this one made the top hundo as well. Favorite songs: Pillars, Every Shining Time You Arrive, Two Promises, 100 Million, How It Feels to Be Something On. Guitar and Video Games is a fun title track. And I feel like I'm sometimes naming too many songs, but just in case people are... I don't think anyone is, but just in case somebody's like, that sounds interesting. What songs would you recommend, Brooke? These are the songs I would recommend. Yeah, this is it's insulting to call them an emo band. I think they maybe started out kind of that way, and then they just kept evolving, and this one, I've said it before, they had basically a 4-album run. This is album number 3, and this is kind of like they're in the middle of everything, I would say. So they've still got like a little bit of that emo vibe, but they've also got kind of they started out emo and ended up prog rock, and this is kind of just right there in the middle. I guess you would call it alternative rock, or I don't really know. It's just something kind of that it's its own little special spot, which is why it ended up being in the top 100. But I really, really enjoy this album. The lyrics are mostly nonsense, except for maybe 100 Million that has some good lyrics. But for the most part, just pure nonsense. But you don't realize that because he sings with so much feeling. What's a good one that I can sing and show you just how? Every shot. No, I can't do it justice. Okay. So far, I don't think I've seen any of these bands. Oh, wait, I saw Pearl Jam live. That's the only one. All right, number 6. This one also, I was like, how is this number 6? But it's just a tough year, guys. Tough year. Artist is Outkast, and the album is Aquemini. This is, to me, their best album, the truest to themselves. I said it maybe in one of the previous ones where I was like, I kind of just... The first Outkast album, AT Aliens, I think that's the first. I never really got into it. That might not even be the first. But it was Aquemini that spoke to me. And I remember reading the lyrics through the album. You know, the album included lyrics. And I just remember being blown away at how, for one, how many lyrics are, it's maybe kind of a dumb thing, but it's very lyrically dense. There's just a lot. It blows me away that this album, it probably should be higher, but there's a lot of storytelling going on, but just to come up with so many lyrics, and it's just like a fun, funky little ride, but it feels kind of deep and soulful, and it's just like a perfect hip-hop album. It's just a tough year. I'm sorry, guys. There's one that I have above it that I'm like, should it be? But it is. So favorite songs, I've got Return of the G, Rosa Parks was humongous, Skew It on the Barbie, we ain't trying to lose. Aquemini, it's just you and I. The Art of Storytelling, parts 1 and 2, and I think I like part 2 the most. And then here's the thing, Outkast and D'Angelo definitely feel like similar vibes. Well, they just are who they are. R.I.P. to D'Angelo. Like the song title, Spotty Yachty Dopalicious. Like, just, not even the balls, but it's just, there's something where, I read it today on the internet, where it's like, if you're yourself, like, I'm going to totally butcher this, but like, you never have to worry about misrepresenting yourself if you're the same way, like, the same person at work, at home, at play, at the gym, at the library. Nobody goes to those. At the grocery store, it's just like, if you're just yourself all the time, then, like, life is easy. And that's how I feel about Outkast, specifically on this album, where it's just like, hey man, we are who we are. If you like it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. Anyway, all right, number 5, the band is Refused. I believe they are Swedish. The album is The Shape of Punk to Come. And maybe I should flip-flop these. Outkast deserves to be in the top 5, but it's too late now. All right. Favorite songs, I've got Summer Holidays versus Punk Routine. Summer Holidays versus Punk Routine. New Noise, which blew me away. When I say it blew me away, the video, I think it starts off with like, it's either 90 seconds or 2 minutes of just, and like it's in the music video, like they play in the whole music video, it's like 2 minutes of just leading up, I think. And I can't remember how it goes, but it's just like a leading up, it's just like drums. And then it gets kind of quiet. It's like, and then this dude's voice, I do not know his name at the moment, cuts like a freaking knife. He goes, "Cannot scream," and it's just one of the best screams you've ever heard in your life. Definitely like more hardcore. I knew the single, and I love the single, and you know what? I gotta put this one under a certain category. That has been done. Look how efficient I am. New Noise is an amazing song. And then Refused Are Fucking Dead has just, I think it's a guitar. Trying to think how that goes. It's so badass. It's just like, oh, wait, no. Damn it. All right. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. But this band is just badass. It's just like all these skinny Swedish people, and they're very angry. And the music just hits, but it's also got like, this is why it ranks higher. So it's not just a punk, hardcore punk album, because they're all wearing their ties and like suits and stuff, but they're also like, there's some jazz and stuff in there. I forget which song. I think it's towards the end. It opens up with like this spoken word thing. Oh man, it's so good. I wish I could remember it, because I used to just say it randomly. Was I a weird kid? Summer baby, I never thought that we do too. Oh yeah, it starts off with the classics never go out of style. Oh wait, no, let me start over. They say the classics never go out of style, but they do. They do. Summer baby, I never thought that we would too. And then it's just like a little quiet, and then just blast into like hardcore music, and it's just, honestly, it's awesome. Check out the music video if you dare. They jump around a lot. All right, number 4 is, are we doing shit? This is supposed to be quick. Number 4 is Placebo. The album is Without You I'm Nothing. I discussed this band a tiny bit on our hey, first throat clearing. We'll get those out of the way. The 2000 top 10 singles on the 2000 movie pod. Anyway, this album definitely grew on me. I don't think I put it in that category. Anyway, favorite songs, I've got Pure Morning, Brick Shit House, You Don't Care. I really listed all of them. You Don't Care About Us, Ask for Answers. Ask for Answers. Without You I'm Nothing. Every You, Every Me is a really fun song. That was a big single. Well, I shouldn't say big single, but it was a single. My Sweet Prince and Burger Queen. This band, like, the music is really good. This is a I'm going to just say a guilty pleasure of mine, where they had the song Pure Morning. Brian Molko, I think, is the lead singer. And he is an interesting guy. I think his name's Brian Molko. Let's just see what happens. He is... Yeah, that's him. Oh, he's Scottish. Scottish-American. Known for his nasal voice. And yeah, definitely feminine androgynous appearance, because he is... Definitely wears either wigs. Yeah, he's kind of a kooky guy. I'll have to read his. He's probably an interesting dude. But he would kind of like, I don't even think I'm saying anything. He would have like, kind of dressed like in women wigs and a lot of like goth makeup and just interesting dude. But he has a very like, what did they say, nasally? I think they said nasally voice. Very nasally, very, like, but I love it. Like, you don't care about us. He's like, you don't care about us. Kind of how I actually sing when I'm messing around. But it is so much fun to sing. Burger Queen, I've sung that. That keeps popping up on my playlist. She's a burger queen. Oh, boy. You know, when I just say it out there like that, it's a little weird. Sounds like I'm joking, but I'm not. All right, let's speed it up. Number 3, Elliott Smith. Album is XO. Favorite songs, Sweet Adeline, Tomorrow. Waltz number 2 is awesome. Pizzala, Oh Well Okay, and then I Didn't Understand. I do enjoy this track sequencing. So the song before I Didn't Understand is Everybody Understands. He's just a funny guy like that. Elliott Smith, I have talked about him enough, but one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard. Seems like just one of the most beautiful people, and unfortunately maybe committed suicide, maybe was killed, not sure. But this album is his, I'm going to say it's his like major label debut. His best album is the one from 97, just the year prior. Can't think of the name. Weird. Oh, Either Or is the name. This one's definitely more poppy, more Beatlesy, but it's just super, super impressive. I said it earlier on my pod. I'm like, when Elliott Smith makes an album, it tends to land in my top 5. All right, number 2, Nutrimilk Hotel is the band. Album is In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, and this band I did see live, and actually it was just him, I guess. Him being, can't think of his name. But it was the most joyful concert experience I've ever been to. Jeff Mangum is his name. All right, favorite songs, King of Carrot Flowers, parts 1, 2, and 3. In the Aeroplane Over the Sea, Two-Headed Boy, Holland, 1945, Oh Comely, and then Two-Headed Boy, part 2. So he's just got sequels all over the place. Actually, yeah, he's got like... Anyway, this is I've talked about it in the top 100 albums, but it's kind of a themed album, or whatever you want to call that. I absolutely love this album. Put it on and it's just good times. Little sad sometimes, but for the most part, like, just really fun to sing. It's just belt it out as loud as he can. He is very much an acquired taste, not for everyone, but I would say if you can enjoy it, like, this is, you really don't need to hear anything else by them. He basically disappeared off the map for a very long time after this album, and then resurfaced, like, I don't know, 20 years later. All right, number 1, I have Massive Attack is the artist. Album is Mezzanine. Massive Attack is a British group. There's 3 of them, and they are considered trip hop. Favorite songs, Angel, Teardrop, Inertia Creeps. Honestly, just the whole album. Put it on, and I absolutely love this album. They just make music that sounds unlike anything else. Angel is probably the best, I'm going to say this without thinking about it too much, like the best lead in, like the best 30 seconds to open a song. It's just, I mean, it belongs in that category. Yeah, I already put it in there. Wait, I'm going to put it in there. Oops. The first song, Angel, starts off with, and I'm not doing it right. It's just like slow and syrupy. And all right, we have a lot of effing shout outs. Let me stream through these. All right, shout outs. So these are albums that did not make the top 15, but I thought deserved a mention. So Cat Power, Moonpix, love it. It's got some good stuff on there. I think this is early Cat Power, because I would say her better stuff comes later, but some good songs on there. Cat Power is notorious for her shows either being awesome or not awesome. And she's just beautiful singer. Forgot her real name. Singer-songwriter type. Boards of Canada, Music Has the Right is the band. Music Has the Rights to Children. Kind of electronic ambient music, and it's great for the workplace. Just really, I don't even know how to, there's ambient electronic music is how I would describe them. It's just really interesting. Just put it on if you want to, like, take a nap. And, if you're going to do LSD, put that on. That would be amazing. Lucinda Williams, Car Wheels on a Gravel Road. This one took me so long to listen to, and I wish I'd listened earlier. She's I'm going to say country-ish, folkish artist, and been around the block a little bit. This album is great. Like, it's just really, really, really good. All right, Mercury Rev is the artist. Deserter Songs. This one, I love this album. I just love it. It's very unique. I don't know anyone that sounds like them. They kind of have like a Pink Floyd flair to them, where like he's not in the voice. Like I would say musically, they're just really interesting. I want to say, they've got a song called Holes that's really fun. Like, they're a very whimsical. Think like if Alice in Wonderland were a band, I would say it's Mercury Rev. And I don't really know if that does anything for you, but it's just that they're a very peculiar. This album specifically is definitely their best. They have like some heavier stuff that I don't like as much. This one is all, I don't even know how to describe it. You got us on the highway, you got us on a car, I got us going farther than we ever gone before. I love it. It's great for late nights, and I don't think I put it there, but whatevs. All right, next one is Lauryn Hill, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Great. I've mainly listened to the singles, so slap on the wrist for that. But honestly, anytime I listen to this, like, super talented. She deserves all the fame and critical acclaim that she got. And I feel like she probably deserved more, if anything. All right, next is System of a Down, the self-titled album. I assume this is the one with the hand on the front. And I definitely own this in 1998. I don't listen to them really at all anymore. But at the time, in 1988, I was into it. The lead singer is a madman. He's the one who's like, anyway, like fun music if you want to. I've kind of gotten, I do want to say it, so I'm going to say it. I've progressed. I've evolved past them, but for what it is, it's at the top of its class, I would say, for what it is. Take that how you want. All right, Sparkle Horse is the artist, and then Good Morning Spider is the album. This is a good one. I believe that this is going to take a while. Fudge. All right, so Good Morning Spider came about. He named it because I don't know if this is the one where he overdosed on heroin, but he was definitely in hospital when he wrote this album. And I remember reading about it, and he I think he said like "Good Morning Spider" because he was just in his hospital bed and he couldn't move, and there was just a spider crawling around, and he just decided to make friends with it. Interesting album, interesting guy, but it's good stuff. He's another one that's just kind of a weird guy. He died of a heroin overdose, I believe. Oh, I remember. I think he died of either heroin or drinking. But I think how he got in the hospital, he was taking heroin on his knees, shot it in the old vein, and then like collapsed, but he collapsed backwards and like went out, blacked out or whatever, and his legs were trapped underneath him the entire time, which was like hours and hours, and it cut off the circulation. And I think he like either permanently or definitely for a while lost the use of his legs. And yeah, that'll put you in a spot mentally. All right, next one is Belle and Sebastian, Boy with the Arab Strap. And this has some really good songs on it. I think this is the first one I got from them because I remember reading how critically acclaimed it was. And they definitely were big on colors. I remember like their first album was a lot of red on the cover. This one was a lot of green. These are really obscure details. But really good album. Has some really just beautiful songs on there. Melodies. Silver Jews, American Water. I don't remember what's on here. It might have Honk If You're Lonely. I think it might. It does. Okay, Honk If You're Lonely. Please, just go download that song. It's so good. It's so fun. It'll just make you smile. All right, Beck in album is Mutations. This one is fine. It's fine. I think this came after Odelay. It was just a lot of pressure, and Mutations is fine. It's not my favorite. It's just kind of a bland album, I think, but you know what? The dude put out a lot of good music. And this one's, again, it's fine. Rufus Wainwright, son of Ludin Wainwright, his self-titled album. I used to really love this. It's a little pompous, but he's got a beautiful voice, and the songs are just really fun to sing. I can't think of the one that got me into it, but I feel like it has to do with roses or some kind of special day. Anyway, next one is Uncle, Unkle. Album is Science Fiction, and this is the only one I really listen to from them, but it's got so many guest singers or guest whatever. It's got Kool G Rap. It has Richard Ashcroft. It was like a who's who. From Richard Ashcroft's from The Verve. He got Tom York from Radiohead. Beastie Boys are on there. Badly Drawn Boys on there. Some lady, I can't think of her name, but it was just like an amazing assembly of guest vocalists, and the album is totally awesome. Next one is Eels. Album is Electroshock Blues. I remember I selected this album when I did a tour of X101.5. I selected this as one of my free albums that they gave me. And it's very, very good. This is like the maturation of him. Their last album was kind of like alternative rocky. This one is, I believe it's a true story. It's about his sister who died, I think. I think she died on the bathroom floor. Like, you learn like a lot of this stuff. It's all like hospital themed stuff. Kind of depressing, but beautiful. All right. Next one is band is, I'm going to say Quasi. I've always said Quasi or Quasi. Album is called Featuring Birds and has some of the best lyrics of all, I'm just going to say, of any album I've ever heard. I don't quite have time to look into those, but quirky little indie band. This is the only one I really listened to, and it took me way too long to get into it. But it has just like some of the most clever lyrics you've ever read in your life. And I'm about to say fuck it. Featuring Birds lyrics. Can we just see, like, I just want to give you me see. Oh, this is an amazing thing. You only hurt the one you love. That may be true, but better said, you only hurt the one who loves you. I mean, come on, guys. Just let that sink in. I'm just reading these lyrics. That's a very short song. Our happiness is guaranteed. It was, whatever. You got the point of it. All right, first one was great. Next one is artist is Air. Album is Moon Safari, and this has Sexy Boy on it. I did see this band live at Coachella, and they were really, really good. Don't need to go too much into that, but good. Might even be their first album. All right, Queens of the Stone Age. I think that's their first album, and it's good. They're not as good as they're going to be, but you can tell that there's something there. Next one is Bright Eyes. The album is Letting Off the Happiness. This is the album before, I think they're starting to get it. His early stuff was really rough. This one, you're kind of like, okay, we're getting somewhere. The picture's coming together. And then the one after this, Fevers and Mirrors, is just, it goes up like 10 levels, and it's amazing. It's kind of emo-ish, but there's still some harshness on that album. So next one is Death Cab for Cutie. Saw them live. Oh, I saw Bright Eyes live as well. Album is Something About Airplanes, and I used to really love this. They're described as like emo, but like soft emo, and that's pretty accurate. I don't listen to this band as much as I used to. Probably I overdid it at a certain point, but good lyrics, really good lyrics, I'd say. Their first two albums are probably my favorite, and this is the first one. All right, PJ Harvey, the album is This Desire. I like some of the singles, and that's probably about it. I enjoy her. She's not my favorite thing. Okie dokie pokey. Holy cannoli. Let's speed round. Marilyn Manson, the album is Mechanical Animals. It's fine. I like the other one, the one that was before this more. Jesus and Mary Chain, the album is Monkey. There's some good songs on there. Whatever. Hole, album is Celebrity Skin. This one, kind of like Marilyn Manson, it's like you had like a raw thing, and everyone was trying to go like glammy for some reason. And it just, not a huge fan. All right, Korn, the album is Follow the Leader. This one had one of the songs that I liked, but I was already kind of over Korn at this point. Semisonic is the band. Feeling Strangely Fine is the album. To say I love the song Closing Time would be understatement of the year. I absolutely adored that song. This album is really good. Their first two albums are great. David Gray, the album is White Ladder. This one is aged not as well. It just seems a little cheesy. I still kind of fall for it sometimes, but it's like a British singer-songwriter thing, and at first, when he was like small time, I really enjoyed it, and then I was like, all right, I've heard this enough. All right, next album, did I put this? Okay, we're gonna skip this. DMX, It's Dark and Hell's Hot. This one really like kickstarted my hip-hop craze there for a little while. Surprised this isn't my top 15, to be honest, but amazing year for rap. DMX, Outkast, Black Star, actually Capadonna is next. The Pillage, that's another one where I was just like, man, you know what? I was really getting into hip-hop this year. Can I Bus is this year as well. Holy shitballs. The RZA, Jay-Z, holy cow. This, I don't do my little theories, but like amazing year for hip-hop. So with Dark and Hell is Hot, he was my favorite rapper there for a little while. I just absolutely loved it. Everything about it. It was dark. His rapping isn't great. Like his lyrics are kind of like, I nicknamed him Dark Bark Spark. I feel like he says those words every song, but love that dude. He's another RIP, but I don't know if he's a good guy, but maybe. Smaller than you think. All right. Artist is Remy Zero. Album is Villa Lane. This one still plays. I remember reading about them. They're on some like Superman show. I think they did the theme song, but this album is on like man, can't think of the name of the single that really got me into them. Anyway, let's skip. Hayden, The Closer I Get. No, he wasn't there yet. The Closer I Get is fine. He's still rough. He's still kind of like, he's not differentiating himself. He has a really deep voice. He's not there yet, but that album's, it's getting closer. All right. Offspring, Americana. Probably a couple songs. Goo Goo Dolls, Dizzy Up the Girl, I put on here. Sure. I mean, I got a soft spot for them. Boredoms, Super AE. This is too much. It's like a Japanese band, and I was a hipster, and it's fine, but it's just like, when am I gonna really like sit and enjoy this? All right, Calexico, The Black Light. Love this band, totally underrated. They're a Mexicali band. All right, Altegra. It's electronic music, LP5. Really, really good. Tom York described it, I think, as the sounds inside my head. Love it. Hum, Downward is Heavenward. Enjoy this band as well. I think Ray Shepard really enjoys that band, or did. I hear this lyric in my head all the time. Downward is heavenward, and we are all alone. All right. Mark Lanigan, Songs at Midnight. I've described him before. One of the best voices in rock and roll history. Ash, Nuclear Sounds. Fun album. It's a little, I saw them live at Coachella. It's a little like popish. I don't really know what the band is at that point. It's kind of weird where they're going. It's just a weird band to describe. But it's just fun. I don't know. It's just fun to listen to. All right, next band, 6x7, The Things We Make. They're getting there. This is, I think they're like, pretty good album by them. All the songs are like 7 minutes, but it's good. They're working. They're in the lab. All right, next one is Stabbing Westward. Album is Darkest Days. I believe I listened to this during my breakup, and boy, was I going through it. A lot of good. They're actually like a surprisingly deep album. It's just a lot of good songs on there. Next one is Appleseed Cast, End of the Ring Wars. This is emo. This felt like they were just trying to become Sunny Day Real Estate. It's pretty good. Local H, Pack Up the Cats. Saw them live. A lot of meows in this album, and that feels like a great summary of it. There was I do have a memory of my friend Daniel Ford at Pizza Hut. I think my album was skipping. Or no, it wasn't skipping, but I love the beginning of it, of one of these songs. It would go, everything you wanted, everyone a minute, something like that. And I would just keep skipping it backwards. And we just kept listening to that for like probably a minute, which is long. It means you're listening to that same thing about 20 times. And I remember our manager, Chuck, came over and was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? It was driving him crazy. And I don't know. Anyway, I found it hilarious. Next one is Goody Mob. Goody Mob, still standing. Sky high. Next one is Godsmack, their self-titled album. My friend Dustin loved this band way too much. Way too much. All right, next one is Fuel. Album is Sunburn. Alternative rock band. Next one is The Michelle Gun Elephant. Album is Gear Blues. This is Japanese, like, punkish music, and I love it. Next one is At the Drive-In. I saw them live. Album is In Casino Out. This is the one before the breakthrough, but great. And Murder City Devils, Empty Bottles. I saw them play together. Murder City Devils opened for At the Drive-In. How do you like that? All right, we're gonna scream through because this took way too long. All right, best Audible Pump Award. I got Refused and Murder City Devils. Freak Off Award, Massive Attack. Yes, please. Let's Get Frisky, if that album's on. Best dinner music, I put Elliott Smith. Dance, Mofo Dance. I put Refused, putting it in a mosh pit. Party Animal, you gotta throw that Outcast on. Late Night, Early Morning, Elliott Smith and the Smashing Pumpkins, which sounds like one band. Slow Motion Walker, I put Massive Attack. Yeah, that's like the definition of that category. What the F was I thinking, or Guilty Pleasure? I put Master P to Last On. I listened to that hot garbage, and I enjoyed it. Grower Not a Shower, I put Refused, as well as Pulp. Both of those took me a little while, but once I did, ooh, it was good. All right, Forever in the Queue, I put Tricky, Angels with Dirty Faces. I like his first album, I think, and I'd never really given that one much of a listen. Love the title. And then Tortoise, TNT. Just another band that I just can't really get into. All right, most likely to get pushed on deaf ears, definitely Massive Attack. I think everyone should enjoy it. My top 5 singles, I have Massive Attack, Angel with a Bullet. Refused Are Fucking Dead. Number 3, Elliott Smith, Waltz Number 2. Number 4, REM, Suspicion. Number 5, Silver Jews, Honk If You're Lonely. Love that song. Best-selling albums, we got Cher with Believe at 20 million. Lauryn Hill, Miseducation with 20 million. Good for her. Brandy, Never Say Never with 15 million. Madonna, look at this, it's all women. Number 4, Madonna, Ray of Light, 14 million. And number 5, Dixie Chicks, Wide Open Spaces, 13 million. I feel like that one sold more, but I guess not. Top 5 singles, I've got Next, Too Close. Brandy and Monica, The Boy Is Mine. I do remember that video way too clearly. Number 3, Shania Twain, You're Still the One. Number 4, Savage Garden, Truly Madly Deeply. I believe me, Joey, and maybe Derek all sung that together. And then LeAnn Rimes, number 5, How Do I Live? Did I get it under an hour? I did. Okay. And I didn't put anything for He's Just Not That Into You. Shocking. Should I have? Maybe I was feeling nice. Okay. Or maybe I just didn't. No, I think I kind of was just into everything that I listed. Alrighty. That is it. Thank you very much.